What is up, Earth's mightiest subscribers? It's Ernie, Blerd without fear. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to be talking about X-Force number 20 by Benjamin Percy and Joshua Cassara. And in this video, we are going to learn about a mysterious gift that the shi'ar are bringing to Krakoa to help celebrate the Hellfire Gala. We're also going to learn a certain non-mutant who is often confused by fans to be a actual mutant is going to pull up, and he is not happy that he wasn't invited. And more importantly, we're going to learn Beast has done something that has been teased since the early beginnings of Benjamin Percy's X-Force run, and might just be the move that will force Professor Charles Xavier and Magneto to rethink how much power they give Beast. We're going to talk about all this and more right now, but first, if you want to see more awesome videos like this one, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and if you enjoy the video, I humbly ask that you Hulk smash that like button, because it really helps the channel out. Now that said, let's hit that intro.
Word to wise, grass only greener when it's fertilized. Gave them truth in these songs, they prefer to lies. Destiny beautiful, adrift in her purple eyes. You can't see me, you Stevie, wondering how I reach more evolutions than Evie and make it look easy.
Okay, so when we pick this book up, of course, we're going to skip past some of the shenanigans with Quinn Quire and Iron Man. We know that a lot of people showed up to this gala. We know that the Avengers, the Fantastic Four, Wakanda, Doctor Doom, and tons of celebrities, not just in the Marvel Comics universe, but in the real world as well, have come together to bear witness to the Hellfire Gala. And of course, there is one particular character in all of the Marvel Comics universe who feels like he should have been invited, but he hasn't, and that is Deadpool. Wolverine winds up running afoul of Deadpool because he's supposed to be keeping a lookout on the perimeter of the island, and of course, as Deadpool is wont to do, he shows up in comical fashion and is quite upset at the fact that he wasn't invited. Now, of course, Deadpool being a person who is a non-mutant, a lot of people tend to get it mixed up. Then I've talked about this before, that people often confuse Deadpool for being a mutant, and he is not. He's a human mutate. And of course, Deadpool, in some cases, like to consider himself an honorary mutant. He is not an honorary mutant either. The fact of the matter is, nobody wanted him there because the party is supposed to be a peaceful endeavor, and we all know that whenever Deadpool shows up, shenanigans tend to follow him. Now, of course, the one cool thing about this is this instance is what kind of injects a little bit of action into this, because for all intents and purposes, this issue is kind of more of a subterfuge and intrigue style issue, but it is actually nice to see Deadpool unload a full clip into Wolverine's face, and also seeing Domino in turn flash fry Deadpool's face off, well, more than it already was. Another cool, interesting thing is that, in the previous issue of Marauders, we learned the shi'ar Empire had come to the Hellfire Gala, and they came bearing gifts. Gifts that Emma Frost didn't seem to remember asking for, or even remember what they are for that matter. But we do learn in this issue that the thing the shi'ar Empire brought to the Hellfire Gala was logic diamonds. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with what logic diamonds are, they are a commodity of the shi'ar Empire that can store infinite amounts of data. There's no limit to how much can be held within a single logic diamond. And if you don't remember it, I want to say maybe this was brought up in House of X, or maybe even possibly in Powers of 10. I don't remember which, and I'm not going to go back and look, but I can tell you this much. These logic diamonds are instrumental in the resurrection protocols that Krakoa uses to resurrect its dead and fallen mutants, because these diamonds are used to hold the consciousnesses of those that Charles backs up using Cerebro. So yeah, these things are pretty important, but all that aside, that's not the only callback from Marauders number 21 that we get in this issue. One of the groups of people who shows up at the Hellfire Gala that I think no one was expecting to see is a group that hails from Terra Verde. Now, for those of you who are not familiar, Terra Verde was something that popped up back during X-Force number 6 early on in Benjamin Percy's run. It was back when they were dealing with these people who had been infected by by Telefloronics. Terra Verde at the time, they were developing the same or kind of similar technology to what the mutants were developing with Krakoa, but Krakoa got theirs out first. It kind of rendered what Terra Verde had to offer as a nation kind of moot, and the nation kind of ended up becoming a poor country up until the point that they decided that they were going to welcome Krakoa and become one of the many countries and nations that were going to recognize Krakoa's sovereignty. So this was supposed to kind of fix all that, but of course the president of Terra Verde's son didn't see it this way, and he wound up trying to kill Charles Xavier using the Telefloronic technology that they had developed that turned them into what was, for all intents and purposes, plant monsters. Well, Beast reverse engineered that technology and used it as a bioweapon against Terra Verde, and then later on we learned that Terra Verde had been overrun by the Telefloronics. Now, of course, in X-Force number 10, when Beast realized what had happened and they sent in a crew to try and take down Terra Verde and completely get rid of the Telefloronics, we learned that Sage, Marvel Girl, and Black Tom Cassidy were able to synergize their abilities together to create an effect that worked a lot like some kind of a psychic cryptofloronic malware that would completely undo the Telefloronics. However, Beast decided to do something more, and right now we are witnessing the fruits of that labor. Domino recognizes that the people from Terra Verde are there, and she's concerned because she was one of the people who was there in Terra Verde and saw what they were capable of, and now here they are sitting in Krakoa smiling all ominously. And Beast knows why they're there because technically he invited them. What is going on here is that Beast is introducing all of the people from Terra Verde to all of the different ambassadors and dignitaries from other countries that are at the Hellfire Gala. All the while this is going on, the people from Terra Verde are slyly infecting the other guests at the party with a Telefloronic bug, kind of a wiretap, so to speak. This is something that Beast talked about as early as X-Force number 7, creating spyware to spy on other nations. And right now, Beast is simply sitting by and watching as this Telefloronic spyware is jumping from person to person to person. The thing that's really startling here is the fact that Beast is giving his own argument. Beast is comparing himself to a god, basically saying that, oh, well, if anyone else did what I did, if some god parted the heavens and offered what Beast is offering to Krakoa, that they would just gladly accept it. But because he looks the way he does, that's why people look at him differently and think that he's up to something evil. But at the end of the day, I mean, yeah, he may be trying to protect his own and protect his land, but he is going about it in a very problematic way. Now, of course, as all this is going on, Xavier recognizes that Beast is up to something, but of course, Charles, knowing that he doesn't truly want to know what Beast is actually doing, he just decides to stay out of it. But Emma Frost is not that nice. She completely recognizes what Beast is doing, and she's not happy about it. Throughout the course of the evening, she keeps sitting by and watching as all of this is unfolding, and eventually at some point, while Beast is too busy watching the fruits of his own work grow, Emma is the one who approaches Sage, who previously, both in this issue and the issue prior, in Marauders number 21, it is actually brought up that Sage is not incredibly happy about the idea that she doesn't really get to go out and do anything in any of these proceedings. She's basically stuck sitting at the chair and watching other people have fun while she monitors it. And this is something Emma is willing to thank her for, bringing her a drink and toasting to Krakoa's success. However, Emma pulls a move about midway through this toast that Sage wasn't expecting. The fact that she says, cheers to you and cheers to your colonial rule of Terra Verde, something that makes Sage completely lose her drink and is completely caught off guard by it. And Emma is the one to let her know that, yeah, I know that it wasn't you that did this, but you all should know that you are playing with fire. Everything you're doing right now puts everything that we have built for Krakoa at risk. Everything you're doing could burn everything we're doing to the ground if someone, for whatever reason, were able to find out what was happening. The thing that makes this even worse is that no sooner than Emma Frost is telling Sage to take the Telefloronic spyware out of commission, something happens with it, and those who have been infected with it, all of them start suddenly falling ill because someone somewhere has begun hacking the Telefloronics. They've hacked the spyware, and no sooner than that happens, we notice that it's turning people into into monstrous creatures. Now, once again, I'm not sure if this is 100% what everyone was so pissed off about when they were leaving from the Hellfire Gala in Marauders number 21, but I'm willing to bet a lot of money that this is exactly what happened. This is what has everybody so upset and up in arms about the entire event. Now, who is the one responsible for this? We likely won't learn until Wolverine number 13 that comes out next week. However, I have a sneaky suspicion, if I had to gamble, that the Verendi and UK ambassador Ruben Brousseau and Russian ambassador Natalia Volok, they likely had something to do with this. It just, I don't know, the timing of it seems just like too much of a coincidence. But that said, everything that I think Emma Frost had feared about what could possibly happen if anyone were to find out about the spyware that they were being infected with, I think those results that she feared were going to happen are going to happen a lot sooner than what a lot of people probably expected, and may very well lead towards what a lot of people I think have predicted would be the, as you have the dawn of X, the reign of X, would be maybe fall of X. But who knows? I don't think it's going to come that soon, but you never know. Things move pretty fast here with the X-Men lately, but I am very interested to see how all of this plays out. But man, the televerotics are nothing to mess with, and oh man, Beast is just out here making mistake after mistake after mistake. He has gotten too big for his britches, and I honestly think that someone's going to need to sit him down. And I don't think Xavier or Magneto have the balls to do it, but something tells me Emma Frost is going to make sure that Beast answers for this. But anyways, if you enjoyed this video, Hulk smash that like button and make sure to share this video all over the internet and with all your friends so that they'll know how you leveled up your comic book big brain in regards to X-Force and the Hellfire Gala. On your way out, make sure to hit that subscribe button and let me know what you thought about X-Force number 20. Keep it plus ultra and sound off in the comments.